A Myanmar village head adopts 300 rice bags to inspire villagers to help others. Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital promotes the idea of reusable medicine cups. Welcome to Dai Headlines. I'm Sibir Su. Thank you for joining us. Saving a handful of rice every day, the head of a village in Myanmar inspires villagers to save rice for the needy. He was helped by Tzu Chi during the Cyclone Nargis disaster in 2008. After 12 years, he met with the volunteers again and adopted 300 rice banks to inspire villagers to give of themselves.
Saving a handful of rice originated during Cyclone Nargis disaster in 2008. In that year, Tzu Chi provided assistance distributing rice seeds and assisted in cultivating the fields. 12 years later, Wu Tan Lin, the head of Yuwa Tiki village, who was a farmer at the time, encountered Tzu Chi again. He took a group photo that year, thanking volunteers for their past assistance. Without saying anything, he brought 300 filled rice banks containing the love of villagers.
I feel very happy to have this destiny, that I can meet Tzu Chi again. Poor families get a lot of help from Tzu Chi, as we must give thanks to the Tzu Chi volunteer team.
Yu Min Lun, who was once a disaster survivor who received assistance, has now changed his role and joined the ranks of volunteers.
Today I saw everyone donating rice. I am very happy. It's very worthwhile for us to learn this, and when we return to the village, we will share this.
The rice gathered by the people's love is sent directly to families in need by volunteers for home visits and care.
Everyone is happy to see Tzu Chi deliver this rice to those who need it. It makes us very happy.
No matter how difficult life is, never forget to do your best and help other less fortunate people.
Under the COVID-19 situation, and in order to safeguard children, the Ministry of Health of Malaysia restricted students gathering at the cafeteria. Instead of gathering at the cafeteria, it has been changed to ordering meals from restaurants. After the meals arrive, students use their own bento boxes to carry the meals to eat in classrooms.
In order to ensure her children eat healthily, Mother Yong Pong Sung prepares a nutritious vegetarian bento box for her daughter every morning.
Today we are cooking yang long bean and also kombu tofu soup. Normally I prepare the meals early morning around 5:30. I have to be up by this time because my daughter goes out to school around 6:10.
It is very convenient to bring bento boxes. It is also healthy and I could have different combinations to my meals. My classmates are also interested in my bento box. Sometimes they walk over to look at what I'm eating today and I will share with them a bite or two.
Vegetarianism is a great method to prevent these disasters. It is also good to our earth. By going vegetarian for 7-8 years, you stop killing animals and develop back karma. This is what I told my daughter, and she was very happy.
Not only mothers make meals for her children, a kind father prepares delicious vegetarian meals for his children every morning.
This is to let children be more convenient because her school only has one stall of vegetarian food. This is why I give her different vegetables every day and she brings it to the schools. By bringing meals, she also has plenty of time to enjoy her lunch.
My classmates feel envious when they see me bring bento boxes. They also think it's good, and I will share my lunch with them. Because I'm vegetarian, I help with protecting the earth and also help Dharma Master Zheng Yan contribute to the environment. My classmates are willing to go vegetarian when they see my bento box, so I thought we could do this together.
The delicious vegetarian bento boxes had attracted many students to go vegetarian.
After the pandemic, I think that many are satisfied. I sell around 200 to 3 boxes a day. Even non-vegetarians come to my store and eat. I think this is good. I encourage them to go vegetarian. My menu includes vegetables, mushrooms, and standard greens.
Since animal husbandry and consuming meat has brought more negative impacts to mankind, going meatless may better our earth by first improving climates, and vegetarian meals may also be a healthy alternative during the pandemic.
In Taiwan, Wenshan District's Jingfu community recently held an event to promote vegetarianism. The event included a nutritionist from Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital who talked about bean products and goat patients. City volunteers also made cold noodles for everyone to enjoy. At the end, many of the participants were happy to pledge 108 vegetarian meals.
Tzu Chi volunteers prepared cold noodles with 3 different flavor sauces, and it's a hit with the audience. Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital nutritionist is here to share some facts about vegetarian eating.
If we have suffered from gout, we can still eat tofu. Gout affects those who are overweight, heavy consumers of alcohol, and those who eat lots of fish and meat.
Then a small question and answer to test everyone on what they have learned today.
For example, we learned about how some tofu, like Baiye tofu, has a lot of hidden fat oil content. Today, we also learned some truth about beans and gout patients. It was good to learn the truth.
Jingfu community is hosting an event to promote vegetarianism to give seniors all the information.
This pandemic originated from the animals, and thus, if we eat less animal meat, then it should help our health.
At the end, most people take a pledge card to honor the promise of eating 108 vegetarian meals, not only for their own health, but for the sake of others.
Northern District TIMA members and city volunteers provide free clinics in Pingxi bi-monthly. They provide medical services at the activity center and also go to patients' houses. In August, the deputy director of TCN Department of Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital has led many resident doctors to join the free clinic. Doctors and volunteers take 10 routes to answer house calls in Pingxi.
Maybe the residents cannot seek medical treatment as it is inconvenient. They need us to work like postmen and provide house calls. Taking care of these grandpas and grandmas is our mission.
The seniors enjoy the cool breeze under the big tree. The doctors have come to provide medical consultation. Volunteers help trim the seniors' hair so they can feel refreshed. Providing bi-monthly free clinics, Northern District TIMA members enjoy this hike in the countryside. They care for the seniors warmly and benefit the community.
Do your waist and feet feel uncomfortable? What about your eyes? There is eye discharge.
Volunteers set up the eye clinic at the activity center so they can know about how the seniors are recovering after surgeries.
After the surgery, the condition of your eyes is quite good.
In beautiful Pingxi, there's a high percentage of seniors. TIMA doctors continue to safeguard their health, wishing that they will enjoy good health and longevity. Health Promotion Administration and city medical team work together to develop ways to prevent and delay the seniors' loss of bodily functions. The research has found that recycling volunteers can enhance their health through various activities. For instance, processing cans and bottles can train their finger muscles, grip, and cognitive abilities.
In preventing seniors from weakening, their grip strength of their hands determines the weakness of the seniors.
Hand grip is a common fitness equipment, and it is very helpful to the training of our wrists and fingers. If you don't have a hand grip, sorting PET bottles at recycling stations will produce the same effect.
Muscles of one's hands are more detailed, so as recycling volunteers turn the PET bottle caps, they are also training their finger muscles. To recycle PET bottles, recycling volunteers must sort them. For instance, they must separate the bottles and their caps. As a result, these recycling volunteers need to think about the steps involved. After thinking, their brains will not deteriorate. The muscle strength of the hands of volunteers at recycling stations is much better than most seniors at a community care center. Of course, it's related to movements and activities they do at the recycling stations. In every area of a recycling station, there are 4 to 6 seniors volunteering. In fact, they will have some interaction. This way, they have some spiritual exchange with other people. Lastly, recycling is a meaningful activity that benefits society. So if we want to age successfully, from the 3 perspectives of mental, physical, or societal impact, recycling activity can help us.
Besides cans and bottles, City Recycling Station also recycles plastic bags. As plastic bags are very cheap, most people will not reuse them, so its recycling rate is less than 10%. However, to prevent plastic bags from damaging the ecosystem, recycling volunteers put in efforts to recycle discarded plastic bags.
Compared with sorting PET bottle caps or squeezing bottles, when one processes plastic bags, one exerts less strength. It requires a fine movement, touching and interacting with the plastic bags. Since processing plastic bags does not require strength, as they touch the material, they can exert less strength than when they process bottles or caps. So recycling plastic bags gives volunteers a different stimulus. Of course, the most important thing is how it stimulates the brain.
Going to a recycling station, one can find work to do and will also find new meaning to their life. Here, the volunteers skilled in dismantling electronics can release their tension while taking things apart.
While dismantling items, we might pull the tapes from cassette tapes using screwdrivers or pliers. In fact, he has used his upper limbs. The far end refers to our fingers, and the near end is our shoulders. He will exert forces of different strengths. If you use a plier, you will use the strength of your fingers as well as the elbows and shoulders. If the screw is loose or small, you might only use your fingers or wrist or elbow. However, if you're using a screwdriver and the screw is thicker, you might use your shoulders or even torso. After doing these activities, in fact, recycling is delaying the deterioration of your muscle strength.
Recycling can improve one's physiques, including walking speed and grip. This is closely related to whether he will fall ill or his mortality rate.
Loving our earth can be done with small acts which produce great results. Patients use a new medicine cup every time they consume new medicine. Due to this, Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital promotes the idea of reusable medicine cups. Patients receive a medicine cup that they reuse during their stay.
叔叔，我们现在就是响应环保啊，这个塑胶的小药杯一定要收好，我们下一次要用的时候再拿出来用。
The nurse promotes the idea of the reusable medicine cups to the patient. Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital has been an active advocate for eco-friendliness and reducing plastics, building on the foundation of the system of medical plastic recycling initiated 2 years ago. Now the hospital promotes reusable medicine cups. Patients approved the idea.
I think this is good. This also helps our environment. The item is reusable and is clean.
Used medicine cups belongs to medical waste. The waste needs to be burnt and are non-recyclable. Due to this, there is a must to reduce usage. After initiating the reusable medicine cups, the usage of medicine cups decreased by 80%, and after a year, the results are amazing.
Since the first half of 2018, we started promoting reusable medicine cups. After a year and a half, statistics have shown that we saved 24,000 cups. 24,000 medicine cups, if we convert this to the Taipei 101's height, is approximately the height of 21 buildings of Taipei 101.
In the past, every time when medicine was distributed, the new medicine has to be put in the medicine cups. Now we only increase the procedure by a small step, pouring the medicine in the same medicine cup. This decreases waste that harms our environment.
Finally, you don't have to use more medicine cups. On the execution level, colleagues cooperate well. There was much inconvenience while enforcing this.
Nurses not only takes care of patients, but go further with creative thoughts, adding an extra step to their work SOP as it reaches the goal of protecting our Earth.
In Taipei, at the Zhongshan Bada recycling station, some of the recycled resources have been collected and displayed as artifacts. There are currently more than 3,000 artifacts being displayed on the third floor. Many people will especially come to take a look at these artifacts and learn about how people in the past cherished resources. Everyone has a recycling station. It is large so that people can do recycling freely. How do you place the recyclables? How do we do it in Taipei? We borrow places from people. When I was on a tour bus, I made a vow that I will find a place in Taipei to establish city recycling station which has roof like a home. What is this? Oh, I cannot buy this anymore. Currently, nobody makes this. I thought that no one is making or selling this, so I pick it up. In fact, at the recycling station, there are many treasures one can pick up. We should even pick up a needle. The ancient needle is different from needles we use now.
This is not from the Republic era. It should be from the Qing dynasty. It cracked and has been repaired with rivets. Nowadays, people simply throw new items away. In the past, people were frugal. They thought well of everything. Look, people in the past would fill it with pig oil, right? If you add some water here, ants won't crawl inside. Place the lid on and ants won't crawl in.
She called and told us she wanted to give us a traditional bed. She is in Taoyuan, Nankang, and her parents have passed away. She hopes that her parents' belongings can be kept in a way.
Someone went to the countryside and told us he hoped to make a movie. Therefore, he wanted to buy this bed with $7,000. However, we thought that we do not need that money. The value of this bed to our mother cannot be measured by money, so we kept it. When my mother was alive, I did not realize how precious this was. Now, when I see it, I feel that she's still by my side.
It is not recycling in terms of the environment or education. Recycling the life in the past is a kind of recycling in terms of the culture.
When we take pictures, Tzu Chi's sister will paste a QR code onto it like this one. The QR code is pasted onto the back. This is the number of the QR code.
When someone gives an introduction, we can establish a QR code. When the public sees the cultural artifact, I can scan the code with my mobile phone. Then an introduction of the object will appear. We hope to be able to do that.
这个站在旁边来洗脸，这个小孩子也没有办法想象。
对对，早期的那个签字，对，
手开去转卡才看到这个。
Any of the items for sale? If there is a request,
On this floor, no.
I'm very proud that in Taiwan or overseas, but the recycling station is the only recycling station with a museum.
我拢甲讲这环保博物馆。
Dongguan City volunteers promote recycling efforts in the community by hosting monthly events at a nursing home. Meanwhile, in the community, parents and children of the Tzu Chi classes also contribute to the recycling effort.
The monthly recycling day underneath the trees in the courtyard of Bento nursing home is always popular with the seniors and the community.
Wow, there is so much here. Sister, are these all from your own home?
从哪里拉过来的？西湾河边那里拉的。收集这么多，这个都是奶奶收的。这都是奶奶收的啊。
This has sound, so we won't accept this for recycling.
With so many recyclables on hand, one volunteer accompanies one senior to sort through everything while both learn from one another. Despite the heat, the volunteers have kept up their joy and positivity.
你的衣服全部都湿透了。
是啊，早就湿透了。
早就湿透了啊！
跑来跑去。
哇，可以流出水了。
I'm here to contribute my share.
Besides the nursing home in the community, parents of the Tzu Chi children's class are also very motivated to help with the recycling effort. Liang Xijun, who lives nearby, sets up her recycling points underneath the stairwell.
If you think it's recyclables, then just place it over here for me. Sometimes the neighbors will walk by and ask me what I'm doing. I simply tell them I'm protecting the environment. Sometimes they reply that they see me sitting here the whole day. I tell them, as long as I'm here, if you have items that can be recycled, bring it down to me.
The 2 weeks' worth of recyclables are very valuable.
I feel very happy doing this. When I think about the money that will be made when sold and how much it will help people, that's my happy thought.
Recycling volunteers are in the community taking care of the planet Earth one bottle at a time.
In Sri Lanka, city volunteers cultivated a vegetable garden for residents of a nursing home. They hope the seniors will be able to support themselves with the vegetables. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.